Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jackstand James. Today we are starting again on the Firebird. I am telling you about the work I did, what I've done so far since the last post 2 weeks ago. Since then, I have sanded down the ports on both sides, and also I took off the right cylinder head, and I managed to take off the exhaust manifold without taking off the fender like I said I had to in the previous video. So good thing I didn't have to do that. So I just pried it off with a pry bar and then it came off. There was only 2 bolts holding it down anyways, not all 4. And I'll show you the block in a minute. There's still studs in it. As you've seen before, when I started on this thing and I pulled the cylinder head off, it was seized. From what you can see in that old photo, if you didn't watch that video, I highly suggest you go watch it. But I'll put a photo right here of what it was before. So what I did was I just got sandpaper and I cleaned it out. I got some thinners, some brake cleaner, and I just cleaned it out. I made it look good. Obviously it won't unseize it because you have to get like a penetrant to either unseize it, or you just like go from underneath and do it the bad way, which is just chiseling at the rods and stuff, which is the last resort. This engine is toast anyways, it's no more good. So what I did was I took off the cylinder head, I sanded it down with sandpaper from 80 grit to 1000 grit, and I did the same thing on the other side. Probably asking, why has the story changed and why aren't you saving this block? So the reason why I am not saving this engine no more is because there's actually a hole in the piston bore. I think it was either this one or this one, it's hard to remember because it was over 2 weeks ago. And either 2 of those bores, there's a hole in the block from the rust, so it was sitting for a very, very long time seized in order for it to rust out like that. So the only reason why I tried to save this engine is because I thought it was a matching numbers engine, because I have the original build sheet from the dealership, and I'll put a photo of it right here, and you can see that it says 305 on it, and this comes up as a 305, but the only way to check if it's a matching numbers engine, which I still haven't checked, which is probably mostly unlikely. If it is a real Pontiac engine, the VIN code will be here, but I haven't checked it because it's too deep down there and I can't really get there unless I pull it out. I did check this code, but nothing came up. It just came up as block was made in St. Catharines, which is very weird, even though this car was made in Norwood, Ohio. But anyways, I'm not going to be saving this engine no more, unless I do find out it's a matching numbers, but all odds are pointing that it's not, because it is an old car and everybody just took out the engines, put new ones in. I might just use this engine as a parts engine, the power steering, the water pump, and whatever else that I can find. I do have the push rods, I have the cylinder heads, I have the ignition coil and distributor. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this engine out. I'm gonna like look for a new engine. I want to upgrade to a 350, 400, or 55, or possibly a 383 stroker if I can find one online. But I'll probably get a 350 and then hone it out to a 383 and just do it myself. But I don't want anything lower than that because it's underpowered and this car weighs over 3,600 pounds and it's just going to be sluggish. 305s are like cruising motors anyways. But it's not a big issue to take this engine out. There's only, like I said in the last video, there's 2 there, there's 2 there. But yeah, there's 1 bolt there. It is like right there. And then the same thing on the other side is more visible. There is 1 there. So you just take this bolt out and then the engine is free. But also I have to take the transmission out as well because it's seized. And I was pondering on this, and I don't know why I didn't think of it later, but since it's seized, the torque converter can't spin over. Since I can't spin it over, I can't unbolt the 3 bolts that's on the flex plate. I have to take the transmission off with the engine, and then once it's out, like I said but previously in the video, I have to get underneath, open the oil pan, and just like chisel out the pistons. That way I can get to the transmission, unseize it, and spin over the torque converter. That way I can take off the transmission and reuse it. It's a TH350 transmission, which is the M33. It's a good, reliable transmission. It's only a 3-speed though. I want to get a 4-speed in the future. I want to get the M22, aka the Rock Crusher, Very, very durable engine. It's an amazing 4-speed, very, very small too. Hookups to any, if not mostly all GM engines. Then after that, take it out, probably paint up the engine bay or just degrease it, something. Most likely won't because I'm not doing body and paint yet. And then after that, put the engine back in or whatever engine I get. And then that's it. I might have to take off the exhaust though because the new engine might be different. If it is a 350, there's 2 middle ports and then there's 2 on the thing. It's exactly like my finger, so it's like 2 in the middle and then the rest of them is like on the far end. So now I am going to show you the cylinder head for this side. So these are both the cylinder heads. I'll try and flip it over. These are cast iron, obviously. The valves, they're no good. They're all pitted. They're all rusted. Well, obviously, you can reuse them as long as you get them machined. I might just make the block and these cylinder heads a table. I think that's a better fit for this engine because it's not matching numbers. Then I see no point in restoring it. But I can use a lot of parts from this thing, like the valve covers. I can use the distributor because mostly, if not all distributors by GM are universal. I have the valve covers, miscellaneous parts here, and then I have push rods, rocker arms, and then if the lifters are any good, I'll take that out too. So those are good to have. I seen there was no scoring on those surprisingly, so those are pretty good. The floorboards are no good, but the frame rails are amazing. Frame rails are mint condition. There is no holes. They are very, very strong. Don't mind the sticker. I never even ordered from Summit yet. It's just there. 10 more horsepower. T-tops, surprisingly, if you know your GMs, you know that T-tops are mostly all, if not any vehicle with T-tops. The seals are not good and they are toast most of the time. But we had a thunderstorm a few days ago. There was like 50 millimeters of rain and there was not one speck of rain in this car at all. These trims, they held up, and I have to say I am very, very impressed with these trims, and they held back all the water. Even more proof of that these trims are working. There is literally no rot at all where these are, as you can see, and same thing on the other side. I'll show you the rear end where they usually go. The brake light pan is not in the worst condition. Obviously there's still holes, so you can see. Usually guys, they take off the whole rear bumper, the lights, and they change them out, which I most likely will do. And what's such a weird thing about this car, there's 2 exhaust pipes, right? But that one is only functional. So somebody tried making it look like it was functional, but there's only 1 pipe. So there's 2 pipes and they lead into 1 and then they go into 2 again. But yeah, this is the final explanation video. I know that I've just been explaining and showing what I've been doing instead of showing like actual work. This is just like tear downs and stuff like that and explaining what I need to do. But from now on, there will be more work involved in my videos. There will be like bolts taken off, transmissions taken out, stuff like that. From now, once this video ends, I'll be taking off the drive shaft from the differential. Well, I have to get this thing secured pretty good or else it'll just roll away. So take off the drive shaft, unbolt the 2 bolts at the tail of the transmission, the 2 bolts where the engine is, then the engine harness, which is connected to the starter. I might just take out the starter, to be honest. And then whatever else is in the way, take that out too. And then find a new motor. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. If you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post. That we can keep posted along with this project of mine, and also maybe learn a thing or two. When I do get an engine, I'll probably post a sneak peek or something, and then that way you can see what type of engine I get. And then after that, unbolt everything, put it in, and get her running. But